What's up, everybody? I'm Freddie. This is Justin. Here on Cinematography today, we have a special look at Civil War. When Spider-Man finally reveals his identity to the world, J. Jonah Jameson has a heart attack.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Dog, I don't want to talk about this movie.
Yeah, I kind of don't either.
No, okay, I don't hate it. I love it. Today, we're talking about Alex Garland's Civil War.
Yep.
Now, A24's huge, giant budget movie. Alex Garland, more or less, I have not seen a movie from him, really.
Ex Machina?
No, I mean, I haven't watched one since 28 Days Later.
Oh,
I think I'll probably f it up because I don't follow his career that hardcore.
Me neither.
Back in the day, I kind of did because at one point we were all like, "Oh my god, I love playing Halo!" Like that was one of those. Little I was like, "Who needs to have sex when you have Master Chief?" When I heard that Alex Garland was writing a Halo movie, I was like, "Sounds sick, bruh." 28 Days Later, there's zombies in that, and there's the flood in Halo. Let's go. That never came to fruition. Then now we got that terrible Halo TV show.
We won't talk about
that's
that
a whole other
yeah,
episode.
Yeah.
Then Annihilation came out, and I was like, the trailers didn't really sell me on it. I was like, what is this? Ex Machina, I do want to see.
that is probably my favorite movie of his.
Okay.
I feel like that was like just the peak of his awesomeness.
Yeah.
That sounds horrible, but
Well, and he did that movie Men, which I heard mixed things about.
I didn't watch that one.
It's just like every time he has a movie come out, for some reason, there's not really a theater around me showing it. Like I have to travel long distances, which I'll do. I'm a sci-fi fan, but like that nihilistic sci-fi, I'm like, I gotta be in the right mindset for it. And I don't really want to travel far, go get my mind by how disparaging the future is, and then trek back home to sit here and contemplate why I exist. I do that on the daily already.
I mean, I will say though that is his style.
That is his shtick.
That is his thing. So,
which really makes me happy he didn't write Halo. Because that would have been even more goddamn depressing.
Yeah.
Master Chief's just like,
yeah, so
I'm a
this
robot.
all sucks, and yeah,
the flood's gonna kill us all.
Yeah, like it just seems like this never ends.
Yeah.
So.
Dystopian future, obviously.
Yeah.
Not really sci-fi though. Civil War.
No, definitely not.
which
is definitely a step away from
what
his
is
normal. Yeah.
And he's supposedly done directing and wants to take a back seat to do writing again because he's writing 28 Weeks Later for Danny Boyle.
Yeah.
And that's another interesting thing is like Civil War is a pretty big movie. He says it's because Civil War was so exhausting, he wants to go back to just writing.
I mean, I could see that. I could see that.
A24 doesn't pump money like this very often.
Yeah.
Like the biggest budget they've done in like just from what I've seen visually is probably Everything Everywhere All at Once.
Yeah.
But that was also co-funded by the Russo brothers post fucking
and it
Avengers.
still wasn't a giant fucking budget.
It just was like bigger than normal.
Yeah.
This was like, we're making a fucking war movie.
Yeah.
Spielberg's gonna jizz from his
topical.
eyes.
It's fucking topical, bro.
And there's another thing with that. Topical it is. Because there was so much shit in this movie where I was like, I just feel like I'm walking outside the door and watching my neighbors.
Well, okay, so my biggest complaint for this movie, because let me just say this, I was looking forward to this movie.
See, I was going in thinking like, this is gonna hurt me.
Not
like it's a bad movie or anything like. It's just one where I'm like,
I'd heard that this movie was coming out. I'm like, okay, cool. Because you know what? As much as, sometimes you don't want to get into that dystopian future, sometimes you do.
And it's funny because I am a huge fan of post-apocalyptic movies.
Yeah.
But most of the ones I watch, it's like the whole world's fucked.
Yeah.
And this one's like, we're fucked.
Yeah, we're fucked. And we're fucking ourselves.
We already are.
Yeah. It's too ambiguous.
It is.
He made a statement that was like, I want this to be ambiguous.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want there to be a big...
There's no protagonist or antagonist either.
I hate that.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, I guess Annihilation was kind of along the same lines of like, there is no bad guy, there is no good guy. I just feel like he went way too broad.
But he was, that was the thing, he was just focusing on the journalism.
Yeah, and
Here's the through line for me. for this whole movie. It's a long ass movie, but there's only one A point and one B point that's a thorough line to me. Is that moment when the little girl asks Kirsten Dunst, she goes, if I die, are you gonna take a picture of me?
Yeah.
And she says, yes.
It's my choice.
And I'll remember that when you lose your shit, or you get blown up, or shot.
And then halfway through, I would say there's an A, B, C point. Halfway through, she takes a picture of her guy dead in the car.
Yeah.
And deletes it.
Yeah.
That's
It's
that moment she stops and has humanity.
Yeah.
But
It's
then
like, this shit is fucked.
But then the final moment is when the little girl goes in to get that final shot in the White House.
Yeah.
Kirsten Dunst fucking takes the bullet for her, and the little girl keeps shooting. And that is the moment where Kirsten Dunst regains her humanity, and that girl loses her humanity.
Yeah.
And that's the point of the movie. All the way to the point where literally homeboy holds back the people shooting the president, and he's like,
can I get a statement?
don't let them kill me. And Ron Swanson gets shot every damn thing.
I hated that.
You did?
I hated that. I get it, but I also hate it.
It went from America fuck yeah to America fuck you.
Yeah, my big issue is
Blame
like
Canada.
the character, and I'm forgetting the character's name. The one who's trying to get that statement. What's his? I know he's from Narcos. He played the main bad
This
guy.
is one of those movies. There's just like so much going on. I wasn't even like paying attention to character names. To be fair,
I don't think I could name one character name from this movie.
no, I mean like it. Well, it's just. I mean, damn, dude. Like it just.
The thing is, it's not even really. It's not even really about
war.
It's not about anything.
Yeah,
it was what it felt like.
That's the point. Is like, god damn this. We're all soulless.
Yeah, but the thing is like, I'm sorry.
What is the Western Front fighting for?
Exactly. I want to know.
Because here's the thing. I get tired of this criticism, but it also kind of makes sense. But it's literally everyone's problem is like, and I guess it's probably because we're in Texas. Like, why would Texas and California join forces?
Yeah, that's
I don't know. We have so many goddamn Californians flooding Texas right now, becoming buddy with us.
Yeah.
Look, man, Florida joined forces with them in the fucking movie.
Yeah.
It's the Western Front. That's what they call it.
Which I don't understand it because it's the South.
Yeah.
It's almost like he didn't want to say
who's what.
The South versus the North.
But then also, the title is that descriptive anyway. But also there's like that in between where it's like Jesse Plemons' character.
Which he killed it.
He's great.
He killed it. Literally.
He's fucking horrifying, dude.
Yeah.
This guy's your colleague? This guy here? Yes, sir. He's my... That guy?
That's a horrifying moment. That's a moment I feel like I could see just in the street.
That was probably one of the best moments in the movie.
Yeah.
Also was in the trailer.
But like when you see all that he does.
Yeah, that's true. You don't get to see everything in the trailer, but it's
you know what that scene reminded me of? Because so to fucking preface that scene.
What kind of American?
Yeah. No, it's not how he does it. He's so nonchalant. What kind of American? But like it reminded me of the scene in Michael Crichton's Timeline where they go back and they're in medieval times and they're at war with the French and they bring a Frenchman with them from the future and they're all asking their names and shit and he says his name in like with a French accent and he says, can you translate this? And he says something in French and he's like, I don't want to. And he's like, translate it. And he goes, I am a spy. What? It means I am a spy. And he fucking guts him with the sword, which is the exact same moment where Jesse Plemons is asking what their nationality is, and the fucking one dude's crying. He's like, "Where you from? Where you from?" And he's like, "Hong Kong," and immediately shoots him. Which I'm like, What? Whose fucking side is Jesse Plemons on? What is he doing?
Yeah, they don't state that at all.
Like nothing, dude. And that's like, it's just everything is everywhere.
Yeah.
And that's like, it's maddening probably more to us as Americans because we're living that kind of shit.
Yeah.
And like, that's horrifying, dude. It is very much like him taking a look at America and being like, this is what it is. It reminds me of, there's this comic book that came out a couple years ago called We Stand on Guard, where it is literally like America versus Canada, and we're invading them. We're fucking them up.
I mean, to be honest, if it's gonna go anyway, it would. I feel like that would be the way that would go.
I don't want to destroy Poutine or Tim Hortons.
I
dog.
don't either, bro. But look at where we are.
Do you know how many good movies come out of Canada?
Yeah,
all the horror movies. I'd be fucked, lifeless, soulless.
Like I said, I really wanted to love this movie.
Well, and here's the thing.
Cinematography,
it's great.
Great.
Yeah.
I loved the way that they interspersed like the photos that they were taking.
Yes.
Like that.
It felt very Vietnam style.
Yeah.
That's another. I feel like that's got to be another inspiration for him. Is like Full Metal Jacket and fucking Platoon. It also just reminds me of those stories of like how like Tom Savini went to Vietnam, and the lens kept him between the violence and how he was able to deal with it was creating like zombies and monsters and dead things for movies. It's almost like to become a reporter or a fucking like photographer, you use that as a way to like be okay with the way the world is, because she talks about that. Kristen, she's like, this is how we like deal with stuff and how we like show the world, like we're trying to do something.
It's the impartialness that, you know, in which I guess the ambiguity of the movie makes sense in that regard of like it. The
final assault scene's awesome, like where they're attacking Washington. It's like, holy fuck.
You know, maybe part of it is I didn't like it because it is so reflective on.
Well, that's the thing here I want to like put to us is like, are we not liking this because it's fucking with our heads, or are we not liking it because it's a bad movie? I think it's too much of a mirror for people, because most of the people that I've seen it and come out of it, they're like either this is a great movie or they're pissed they didn't see a war movie.
Yeah, and see, my thing is I don't like war movies.
I love good war movies, obviously. Like, I mean, like it's Saving Private Ryan, Full Metal Jacket, Platoon. You gotta have these
war
fucking
movies
stories.
Are, as far as like what I go for in movies, is like bottom of the rung.
See,
like,
that's me in westerns.
Okay, maybe westerns are below like, war movies, but I kind of put those. I kind of put those in the same.
But that's different, bro. I love Star Wars. It's a space western.
That's different, bro. It's space.
I can't say that I love war movies, but I love like I don't know, dude. World War II movies, like maybe because I fucking hate Nazis so much. That's maybe
Jojo Rabbit. I fucking love.
Rabbit. Well, like there's so many movies where it's like if you're gonna kill Nazis, I'm down because they're the biggest pieces of shit in history.
Nazis. Please fuck off, Hitler.
This one, I'm like, oh, we're just killing ourselves. And each other.
Yeah. And which is the whole point of it.
Yeah.
You know.
So that's the question. Is like, do we not like it because it's a bad movie, or do we not like it because it's fucking with us?
Overall, you know, like once again, cinematography is great.
Acting
great. The direction of the movie maybe is not the greatest.
How come?
Like I was saying, it's just too ambiguous.
Directing or writing? In that point.
That's a good question.
Because I feel like he directed the shit out of it for what he had to do.
Yeah.
So at that point, that's more of for you, a flaw in the writing.
Yeah, I guess so, yeah.
Yeah.
You know, there's still a gray area for things, right? Yeah. But it's pretty obvious when things are, when somebody's doing something for the wrong and when somebody's doing something for the right. And
well, unless you're watching a Vietnam movie.
Yeah, but...
And, like, here's the other thing, too, dude. There's, like, Glory and a couple other Civil War movies. Like, they're not... Like, I don't watch those. At least at that point, you're like, okay, they're trying to gain their independence. But, like, their independence is basically just being like, I want to go do whatever the fuck I want.
Yeah.
And then, you know, the only other movie that I can think like that I really like is the 2000s version of The Alamo with Billy Bob Thornton.
Oh, yeah,
Because, like, it doesn't paint... The fucking people at The Alamo are not really good people. They're still slave owners. They're still, like... You know, most of it, there's a couple that have like several wives and born out of wedlock kids and all this other fucked up shit. Jim Bowie is kind of a piece of shit. Davy Crockett is the best person in that movie, and even Billy Bob Thornton, the way he plays him is even like, it was under my understanding the war was over, and he's there just stuck there.
Yeah,
and like it's all very like not heroism, but like, whoa, we're here. Like once again's the only one that's like, I'm just here for my boys. You know, there's not really a good or bad side to that. I mean, I'll probably get a lot of hate on that, but like that's just kind of fact. Both sides have bad things. Yeah. There's not, but like that movie shows that, and that's kind of where this
could
movie
argue
is.
that is
war,
right? But that is something that was perpetuated over many years of
Disneyfication.
Because of as far as like the Alamo goes, right?
Yeah.
Like that is something that we, the white man. It's something that we asked for. We invited, right? Because you go in and invade somebody's land, eventually those people are going to get pissed off enough to fight back, right?
But then that brings us back to Civil War too. It's like, who invaded what? Who fucking hated what?
Which is why there's so many fucking questions that they didn't answer.
Well, and that's just like... kind of also leads me back to like publicity of like Abigail, where I was like, wouldn't it be cooler if like they hadn't shown us a ballerina vampire? Marketing team's genius in making it like it's a war movie.
Yeah.
But what the movie actually is a journalism movie. Yeah. main characters don't have guns.
No.
These are their weapons.
But they're still shooting.
Yeah, they're still shooting. Yeah, exactly.
That's the thing is like
they're all Peter Parkers, dog. They're all Peter Parkers. Wouldn't that have been dope if we got into like a fucking like parody, like Robot Chicken, where it's like Civil War, but it's like Peter Parker going through, and like he's like, I can't web sling here, but maybe I should. No, I'm gonna write that.
I mean, I probably would have enjoyed that more.
I mean, it's not a bad movie. I came home and was like,
I am being really hard on it. Like it is a well-made movie, but I don't know if it's a movie that I really care about.
It's a divisive movie. I feel.
Yeah.
Like, and it's not even divisive for the reasons you think it would be. It's divisive for the fact that, like, what type of movie are you going to go enjoy?
Yeah.
Are you going to go enjoy a fucking, like, narrative on journalism, or did you want a war movie?
Yeah.
Which has, like I said, the ending has that war movie element really well. If you're looking for, like, North versus South or fucking, like, a reason for this war, it's not in there. That's just the story he wanted to tell.
Yeah. Yeah. And
As an Englishman.
Yeah. And maybe that was for the best.
Yeah. Because everybody's hot power button on everything right now, dog.
Overall, I definitely I wasn't bored during the movie.
Yeah.
You know, like I wanted to know what was gonna happen.
I love the moment where they're driving and they start playing some Skid Row. She's my sweet little sister. I was like, can we get more Sebastian Bach, dog? That'll make this better.
Yeah.
I care about these guys. And then they get shot. And then I was like, sweet little sister.
Yeah. So, with that all being said, what do you think?
I'll probably give it. I think this is a movie that's going to take percolating over the years with not just me, but with a lot of people, unless they just automatically loved it. I'm going to go with a 3.5. It is an amazingly made movie.
Yeah.
He tells a story that he wants to tell, and I feel bad giving it that because right now I don't know if I'm being a critic or being a fucking critic on humans.
Yeah.
And I can't even say I'm either, but like, you know what? I'll give it a 3.5 because it's a good movie. I don't know if I'll ever watch it again because it depressed the fuck out of me.
I can probably say with certainty that I'll never watch that movie again.
Heard. Let's give it 3.5 army rations.
Yeah, I'll have to agree with 3.5.
All right.
That's a 3.5 because beautiful movie, beautifully shot, acted great. Maybe I just fucking hate the writing.
That's it, ladies and gentlemen. Justin hated the writing. I just felt depressed as fuck. So today we give Civil War a 3.5 ration plates.
3.5.
See you guys next time on hopefully a less depressing episode of Cinemeal.
Dear, please, God, please, less depressing.
Bye.
See you later.